Dallas Cowboys take. It's been a minute. It's been a while. How long has it been? Sean, what do you think? Three weeks,
Preseason,
right? Preseason,
like
right? Training
training
camp, right?
camp. Yeah,
Yeah, we didn't do last week. After the Top Bay game, I don't even know why we didn't do it. I think we are just upset about the whole Dak and all that stuff. But of
yep.
course, they win, and here we go again. We're back in it. But from now on, we'll be doing a win and loss, win, lose, or draw. We'll be back in it. So Dallas Cowboys take Ryu, Sean, and then Lucha Libre Oil will be joining us because the lagger takes forever sometimes. He'll be coming in any minute. But so speaking about last week's game, before we move on to the Giants, Cincinnati. Now I'm gonna ask you, Sean. There's nobody else to ask, so let me ask you. Uh, was it a case of we look good or they look bad? Because they're 0-2 now, or was it a combination of both, or I don't know. What do you think?
That's the question. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't know. I think Cincinnati's still a playoff team. I just think I don't know if they're starting off slow or what, but what boggled my mind was their defense, how vanilla it was. I really think they took Rush lightly. They took our offense lightly because they had nothing defensively. They had no stunts. They had no disguises. I rewound it and played it and rewound it again and went through the whole game trying to look and see what their defense, what they were doing. They were doing nothing. They had a couple of soft man under and zone over, but that's it. I mean, there was nothing really. I saw no stunts. I saw no twists. I saw no. I mean, all the stuff that Tampa Bay was doing to get to us. It's a copycat league. We always say. I mean, what didn't they see on the Tampa Bay game that they could have easily done against us? They didn't do any of that. So I think it was a combination maybe of maybe they're starting off slow, but also they just took Cooper Rush way too lightly. Dak wasn't in, but Cooper Rush ball. I mean, he read the defense really good, but there wasn't anything to read. So it's really hard to gauge how the offense did.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it was a combination of both, and I don't understand why when you have a backup quarterback that's only started one game, why you don't put as much pressure as you can on him. And then you have the receivers that we have. I mean, CeeDee Lamb, right? I get it. He's our number one, and he can beat people one on one. But I would have played man coverage pretty much the whole game, and I would have blitzed a lot more.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't see any twists, any any blitzes really. They did play man most of the game, but Cooper Rush had a bunch of time back there and was able to pick them apart.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy to me too because I think he got sacked one time. Rush did. That's it, and
Yeah,
that's it's crazy. It's like you have a backup in there, you got to pressure this guy, and they didn't do it. I can understand you're not going to blitz against Dak because Dak is actually really good versus the blitz. He's like one of the best in the league versus the blitz, and I understand why you wouldn't blitz him. But Cooper Rush, he's not. I mean, he's not as athletic as Dak, and so I didn't understand it. But whatever, I'll take it.
you think
Um,
Cooper Rush would have, if they did blitz him and he had some pressure, you think he would have folded a little bit, or you think he would have still done all right?
uh, I think he would have got happy feet. I think he would have folded. I definitely think we wouldn't. I don't think we would have won, especially after that turnover by Schultz at fumble. Um,
Yeah,
I mean, I think if they would have just put the pressure on him, he would have got happy feet, and he doesn't want to get hit, rightfully so because he's all we got right now. I mean, we got Will Greer, but I think if they would have pressured him, he would have got happy feet. He would have went down on his own. He sees a blitzer coming. He would did Tom Brady and just went down on his own.
yeah,
So I think they had bad coaching. But we'll see.
yeah.
Since I believe you too, I'm with you. I think Cincinnati's still a playoff team. I think they can still take the division. They're only one game out.
Yeah.
Everybody in that
I
division
think
is 1-1 besides them.
right.
So if there's one team that can make the playoffs 0-2, it's them.
Yeah,
So
but I mean they had hard. I mean they're playing one of the top defenses. I believe we have one of the top defenses in the NFL right now. Easily top five right now, maybe even top three. Um, just our defense is Dan Quinn is coming up with great game plans. Now on the other side of the ball, he's doing all kinds of twists. You see all the twists he's doing. You see all the combos he's doing. He's putting Michael Parsons on the edge, in the middle,
Yeah.
not rushing him, using him, sometimes not using him. They were just all confused. But I definitely tell you, Burrows was looking over his shoulder the whole game, looking for Michael Parsons almost all the time. He was just getting hit. Okay, what do we have? 6 or 7 sacks that game?
I thought we had 7, but I think it was I think it was 6.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy. So I mean, it was hard for them. They didn't get started at all on offense, but then you come second half, and what I hate about McCarthy is he takes his foot off the pedal. I don't know if it's McCarthy, if it's Kellen Moore. We're going conservative. We do pretty good. Put up some points first half, second half. I text you guys when Tony Romo gave that analogy of like, when you're 4 over par on the 11th hole, you just want to go into the clubhouse. You're satisfied. That's exactly what McCarthy wants to do, or Kellen Moore. I don't know who, but he's satisfied and just wants to hold them for no more points, and then go into have a conservative offense and go in the locker room. I hate that mentality. That's not what McVay does. That's not what all these young coaches do. They keep their foot on the pedal, and I think that's the way to do it. McCarthy's still old school. I think he just wants to be that conservative guy who we're okay. We just got our defense is going to hold him, and our offense, we just don't want to make mistakes. We don't want to have turnovers, so we're just going to lay our offense down. I hate that. What did you think?
Well, yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you only 17-point lead, well, not 17, but when you go into the half, 17 to 3, that's only a 14-point lead. That's not enough, especially against a Super Bowl team like Cincinnati. So you have to do what got you that's those 17 points. That's what I think. You got to keep doing it. And then maybe towards the end of the game, you can start running the ball with Zeke more and relaxing a little bit, but you got to get more than a 14-point lead because this team's going to come back. I knew they were going to come back. I knew they were going to end the
Cowboys fan, they're going to come back.
Yeah, knew they're going to come back, and maybe it's one of those things to where Kellen Moore is like, I'm going to keep it vanilla. I'm going to keep it conservative because Rush is a backup, but I don't want him throwing any INTs. I want him to be a game manager. As long as he doesn't do anything wrong, I feel we can win the game. Maybe that's what he was thinking. I mean, he was right. We ended up winning the game, but I like you said, Cowboys fan, we know it's going to be close, and I would rather have him pedal to the metal and
I just don't like them depending on a Maher field goal.
Yeah.
To win. Agree. Come on, I don't like that. Imagine if you would have missed that, we would have been tied. I think there was a good chance we're going to lose that game in overtime.
Yeah, I believe you. I believe because you're going into overtime. I mean, you have Rush for 4 quarters. Now you're putting him into a 5th quarter. And Joe Burrow been to the Super Bowl, been to the playoffs. He's been through, situations like this. You put him in overtime versus Rush, it's going to be a different ballgame. I definitely think the Bengals had the edge in that one. They would have went to overtime.
Yeah, for sure. But the kicker. I mean, he's dialed in. So better than the other quarterbacks, the kickers we saw in training camp, right? I mean, but like you said, if you put him in a 40-yarder or 30-yarder, guy's off. You put him in a 50 or longer, and he's on. I don't know if it's a mental thing, but man, I'd rather not kick a field goal and then 40 or 30 yards, we'll just go for it every time.
Yeah, I think when he's inside of 40 or inside of 50, I think he's worrying about angling it and putting in the right spot. I think when it's 50 and beyond, he's just thinking about kicking it as hard as he can, and then he doesn't even think about it. And then he ends up making it.
I agree.
So yeah, Maher, I thought it was no good, and I was like, oh, here we go again, Maher. But props, man, he made it. So hopefully he can keep it going. Tyler Smith, what do you think about him?
Man, I mean, everything I read about looks like he did pretty good. I wasn't in particular watching him particularly, but I mean, to get 1 sack on Super Rush, but again, they weren't doing very much as a defense, so it's hard to gauge it. That game was kind of weird to me, but for the most part, he's got everybody in the NFL and defensively are the best. So he did his own and did his thing and protected, and I thought he did good.
Yeah, I'm impressed with him because when they drafted him, I was like, oh, you could have got this person, that person. And it's like, okay, we'll see what he's got. And then I thought he would be better at guard this year because he had slow feet. See him in training camp or whatnot, but then moved into tackle and he's
Yeah.
doing pretty good. So I don't know if Jason Peters is going to go to tackle or left guard, but
Is he coming back this week? Next week?
They haven't said yet. I think it's going to be most likely next week.
Next week?
Yeah.
I thought since we had an extra day, he might come back.
I haven't heard anything about him playing this week. I don't know, but we'll see.
Well, Giants don't have that great of a defensive line, anyways. I don't think so.
Well, people, and then now Cincinnati game's over with. We're now going to move on to the Giants. Now they're saying that like people are, Giants are 2-0 and this and that. Who have they played, man? They played Tennessee, which Tennessee could be tough, but they don't have any receivers anymore. They have Henry still, but they ended up beating them, and they beat them because they had a muff punt and they got the fumble and they ended up scoring.
Right.
And they played who they played last week? They played the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
I mean, so people are saying, they're 2-0 and they have a really good defense. I haven't really paid a lot of attention to them, but I'm just looking at their opponents and I'm like, okay, well, I'm not buying it yet. Let's wait till they play a good defense like ours, and then see what they got. Now, if they beat us and how they beat us on Monday, then maybe I'll give them props. But right now, I'm just like, I'm not fearing them right now. I don't fear them right now, but it's a divisional game, so.
The only fear that I have is the running game, because we saw a running defense, dude. It's like, I mean, Fournette he looked like he was running through us no problem, right?
Yeah.
And I think Saquon's a lot better, faster, more powerful. So we just gotta be careful about that. But I don't think their passing game is nothing to write home about. I mean, I just think we need to secure the run. If we do that, and Dan Quinn is a master, dude. He's going to be ready for this. He's going to be ready for the run. And they're going to run opposite Micah Parsons' side. That's all they're going to do most of the time. You're going to be able to see that. And then people got to step it up. It's the next man up mentality. So the thing about it is Leighton Vander Esch is playing really good right now. I know we don't want to. We see the people who make all the tackles and sacks and all that stuff, but we don't see the people who actually do their job to open up lanes for these guys to do all this stuff. And man, he's like I said, I've been rewinding the game. He's taking on the proper blocks. He's stuffing his gaps that he's supposed to have, and he's opening up these lanes by doing his job. He's allowing other people to go ahead and make those tackles and stuff. He's doing a lot, like in basketball. You do a lot without the ball. He's doing a lot on defense without having to make the tackle and getting the glory. So I think he's going to have a big part of the running game against Saquon and the Giants, because I'm not feeling their passing game. Do you feel their passing game?
No, not at all. Mm-mm. And their line's not good at all.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I can see with the run game, because as far as the first game and the game against Cincinnati, we are suspect against the run. So. I could see that, but if you want to put 8 in the box, you might have to put 8 in the box. But I'm not worried about the air game. I do worry about the run game a little bit, but I'm not worried about Daniel Jones. And but let's see how good their defense is.
He can run too.
Yeah, he can run.
Yeah,
he can run. But let's see how good their defense really is. I mean, I know they're going to be playing against Cooper Rush, and we might get Michael Gallup back this week.
Let me give you a really quick stat about Cooper Rush that I saw today. Cooper Rush has a 72.6 passer rating. There's only 5 quarterbacks better than him in the NFL right now. You know that?
No. Well, who are the 5 quarterbacks?
The 5 quarterbacks are Josh Allen, Tua, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Trevor Lawrence, and then Cooper Rush.
So that's just one game. Got it.
No, that's 2 games. That's the season. Season leaders.
Season leaders. He's played one game.
Leaders. He's only played 1 game and a quarter.
Well, that one.
He has a QBR of 72.6. Underneath him is Jalen Hurts with a QBR of 70.8. And then you got Justin Herbert below them, and then you got Kyler Murray below him, and then Geno Smith. Is that crazy?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now, and I was just like, whoa, how is he 6th? So he had a.
Well, and I think that. Oh, there he is.
Oh, He's gonna talk shit already. There he goes.
His mic's probably not on though. Is your mic on?
He's connecting.
Oh, it's connecting. Yeah. But yeah, that's a crazy stat. But I think
Right, can you hear me?
yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm here.
So-
Go ahead, Joey. Go ahead. Get your glory in, dude. Say it. Go ahead.
glory?
Say you negative fucks.
That's right, bitch. I fucking called it. While you guys fucking negative motherfuckers didn't believe it, I called it.
You
That's
did.
right.
Yeah.
There it is. I got it.
You get your glory, man. I props to you, man. Props.
Hey,
Big
man.
props.
For
Hey, man.
there's
Thanks, bro.
there's five of
Thanks,
us that
Johnny.
there's five of us that are in a group chat, Cowboys chat, and then we all made our predictions. All of us picked Cowboys lose by double digits.
This week, I mean, this Monday?
No, talk about the last game.
Oh, okay.
But this guy, Lucha Libre, he said the Cowboys will win. What was your
21-17. I was one off.
21-7. He was off by 1 point, and then we were like, "Nah, come on, dude." And
We were all talking shit.
we're talking shit. We're talking shit on this guy, and he got the last laugh. So
Sean, I had a feeling. I even told Ryan, dude, I had a feeling like I'm not saying that, in a way, Burrow, he played like shit last week against Pittsburgh, but I knew that the way our defense played against Brady, I had a feeling they were gonna give us a chance to win that night, man.
Yeah. I mean, they held Brady to 212. They hold Burrows to 199. I mean, that's impressive. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean that's how we're gonna have to win. When
We're gonna have to win ugly like that.
when ugly like that, when Dak is out, even when Dak is there, we're probably it's gonna have to be our defense. It's gonna have to be our defense.
Defense is gonna have to be the bread.
I don't know. Do you think our defense is that good so that our offense doesn't need to put up more than 21?
No, they do need to put more.
We're not a 2000 Ravens.
They need to put up points, of course. Yeah, but
I think they need to put up more points, but I think that's going to happen when Dak gets there because right now and I agree with the game plan. You need to put up more points, but I agree with having Cooper Rush be more of a game manager. As long as he doesn't turn the ball over, we'll have a chance to win. You know what I mean? Yeah. Run the ball, and then play action. I think that's their game plan.
He wasn't that conservative, though. He was throwing the balls over the middle, over linebackers, into Noah Brown. I mean, he wasn't that conservative. He was slinging the ball.
Yeah, he was slinging it, man.
He was. There was times where he did open it up a little bit, and like that 4th and 2, he let him throw it, and it was a little bit behind him, but it was a good catch by Noah Brown. But
Noah Brown's been stepping up.
But then second half he went to conservative again. I don't think he wants Cooper Rush to throw any interceptions.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they want. I think they want to go back to 2016 to where we ran the ball a lot. We didn't put Dak in a lot of bad situations where he had to throw the ball 30 to 40 times. And I think that's what we're going to do with Cooper Rush.
We don't have that line, though.
Yeah.
Right.
But Ryan, we were talking about this too, Ryan, that you were saying, we were running the ball great. And then what happened? They went away from it again.
They went away from it. Yeah, they went away from it. And then we ended up having to go three and out.
He just wants to get cute. He get 1 yard run, and he goes, we're going to go off to something else.
Exactly.
And I also don't understand, if you're a defensive coordinator or on a defense, and Turpin comes in, what's your first thought?
Turpin's getting the ball.
He's getting the ball. Why don't we have him out there as a receiver sometimes, run some routes, do some things, get some catches, and then run him on an end around or something like that?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, use his speed. He can go deep. He can open up the field for even if you don't throw him the ball, you're going to give the defense that they got to worry about it now. He's going deep.
Or that defender now is way up the field when you have all kinds of things open in the middle now.
I think they got to use Turpin a little more, even if it's just for a decoy. He's got to get out there, but you do got to get him some balls, man. He's just not a return man. You got to throw him the ball.
Yeah.
He's exciting, man.
Yeah, he's exciting. You got to get him out there, get him the ball, and let him get going.
I think Fiocco, too. We got to get Fiocco going, too. The guy is good. We got to get some plays in for him, too.
Well, it's going to be tough now that I think Gallup's coming back this week. So, and he's going to be on a pitch count. He'll be on a pitch count, but it's going to be tough now. And then, as you know, they released Houston, which I never thought he should have been on the active 53-man roster anyways. I don't.
Just a preseason guy, it looks like.
Yeah, and then I think Tolbert's going to come back this week, and I think he needs to be out there. That's your 3rd-round pick. He needs to get some playing time.
Yeah.
And he needs
Ryan, do you think Tolbert's better than
yes,
the one
than Houston? Okay, yes, Houston, I think he's better than him, man.
I didn't in preseason though, in the training camp though. He had a good camp. Houston had a great camp. But
But I think skill wise, I think Tolbert's better.
yeah, I think so too.
And you can't waste another draft pick like you did with John Widgray. You fifth rounder and you let him go and Washington picks him up.
Yeah.
You
They
can't
just
do that with
slapped us in
Tolbert.
the face, dude. They said, "Oh,
Sean-
you're a fifth rounder. I got him."
Yeah.
Sean, would you have cared though, Sean? If look at see what Tampa does. They get all these injuries and they pick up fucking Beasley. Like, why couldn't
Yeah.
we pick up Beasley?
That's
You know what I mean? It's
I
like
don't
he
understand.
knows the offense. You know what I mean? He knows Dak. Why
well,
the
he
hell
didn't
do we
leave. He
not
didn't
bring
leave
him
very
in?
good either, though.
What
Well,
happened?
because you know why? Because we have a better version of Beasley, which is Turpin, but they just need to use him.
Yeah,
That's all. That's
I
what
just
it
think
is.
He's probably the younger guy.
Yeah, Turpin's better, skill wise. So they just, like I said, they got to get on the ball.
Beasley's gonna do good for them to watch.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I know he is.
Tom Brady's always good with the Beasley type.
I know those
player.
Beasley type guys.
Yeah, he is.
No,
He
yeah, I
is,
agree.
man.
So all right, let's get into the Giants. We were talking about the Giants, so we
Yeah.
have a little bit of time left. So the Giants, they're 2-0. I'm not buying it. I don't think they're all that great, but yeah, I could be wrong. Well, let's see on Monday night. But
You could tell the head coach though, the guy from Buffalo, he is making a difference in their offense. I did watch them a few times, and dude, their offense looks a lot better now. We're gonna have our hands full a little bit, bro, with their offense because that he's a genius, bro.
I think the run
Why
game
do you
will
think
have their hands
Allen's
full.
doing so great, man? I mean, you learn from him.
I think we'll have I think the run game we're gonna have an issue with. I mean, I don't think their passing game we're gonna have. I don't think we're gonna have too much of a problem with that. So anyway, Giants Monday night. Daniel Dimes, I'm not afraid of him. Saquon Barkley, he does scare me a little bit, but their defense is supposed to be pretty good this year. I don't know. We'll see. I think if Dak was there, I wouldn't be worrying about it. But since we have Cooper Rush and he did do good last week, I'm
Getting
a little worried
Gallup
about
back's going to help him a little bit now. I mean, I know he's going to be on snap count, but but he's going to help a little.
Right. So, I think our defense is going to have to win it for us again.
Yes, for sure.
Sure.
Of course.
I think we need to score at least 24 points. That's just my opinion. Not to win the game, but we just need to score 24 points at least moving forward. We can't keep scoring, 17. We scored 3 the first game, 17 the second. We got to keep increasing those points right there.
The
So
sacks keep coming like it had last couple of games, and Parsons and everyone else, and we will have a great shot.
yeah, then we still have Curse. Curse is still out, and when he gets back, we're going to be even better.
Yep.
Diggs' ball. People try to say that, I mean, when you get interception, this quarterback is doing great. No, but Diggs, it doesn't have any INTs, but he's doing great right now, dude. Like last week, Chase only had 2 catches, and he was on him for most of the game. And Chase is a badass, dude.
Yeah.
So Diggs is doing his thing, and the defense is stepping up. We just need our offense to meet that same level, and I don't think they can meet the same level as the defense. But like I said, just give us 24 points and get a couple turnovers on defense. We'll see what happens.
Sean, I know it's only been 2 games, but have you seen, like, even though I know when sometimes Diggs, he bites a lot, but 2 games, what have you been looking at him since he's been from last year? Like, is he just being a little bit more patient now? Is he not really like gambling or taking that chance like he did a lot last year?
I think he's more. You can tell he's more mature, right?
Yeah.
You can tell he's not. He's sticking to his man more and not trying to do other things. He's doing his job, what he's supposed to do, sticking with his man. When you hold Chase to what he held him to, I mean, that's a win in itself, right?
Yeah,
I mean, he couldn't even find him. What did Chase do? He had nothing.
Yeah, 1 fourth down catch.
Yeah, 1 for 4 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, that's amazing. So I just think he's more mature. He knows the defense a lot better. I think Dan Quinn has a lot more trust in him, and he's a lock over there, right? You can leave him over there on the island right now, and Dan Quinn's okay leaving him on the island over there.
Anthony Brown hasn't been playing too bad either. He's been actually doing all right too.
Yeah, I like Malik Hooker is doing good too. They're stepping up. The secondary is stepping up, but it doesn't help that you have to get the ball out of your hands in 4 seconds.
Yeah.
Because our line's coming for you, or Michael Parsons is coming for you, or something like that, right?
That's true.
So our defensive line being, what they're doing right now helps the secondary look a lot better.
And
yeah,
imagine
definitely.
the guy I liked coming out of the draft. Imagine when Sam Williams has a year or
Oh
two under him,
God.
how good that guy's
Oh
going to
man.
be.
He's gonna be awesome,
He's
man.
going to be awesome. You have Sam Williams and Michael Parsons coming from the edges. It's going to be tough to guard, man. I mean, tough to block, man. Be real tough. I
I
love that
just
guy.
hope I don't know if D Law lost a step or what. I just hope he needs to return to some kind of form that he used to
I
be.
know, man.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he lost it, but it's that he's not like. I mean, he still plays the run well and does all that, but it's like, oh, what happened to that sack guy, man? He
Yeah.
just hasn't been the same, man.
No, he hasn't, dude, and he's
You
not
think the
going to
injury? Do
be.
you think the injuries have
I think so.
taken its toll
I don't think he's going to be that sack guy where he's going to get double-digit sacks. Maybe
anymore?
7 or 8 sacks a year. I'll take 7 or 8 sacks from him. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
the fact that they had the Keon Parsons should open up more for him. But I don't know. We'll
Mhm.
see. We'll see
I
about
like
that.
I like when they put Parsons over there with D Law, kind of because you have to account for both of them. I like
Yeah.
that when they line up in that.
So I know you're late, Oi, and we're running out of time
Yeah.
here.
All right.
But before we get into prediction for the Giants game, real
Mhm.
quick, did you guys see the Eagles play Monday night? They're pretty good, man.
Yeah,
You know what, man? I hate admitting this to you because I know our best friend's a diehard Philly fan. Dude, I was watching them last night. Fuck, dude, they
They look
scared me a
good,
little
man.
bit. They scared me a little bit.
they definitely got momentum. I
They
mean,
do.
their energy
But
was
Sean,
up.
they haven't played a defense like us, though. That's what I told Ryan.
Yeah,
They
Yeah, I
haven't played a
agree.
defense like ours.
They play Detroit and they play Minnesota. Those defenses,
Yeah.
and then
Minnesota's defense is decent, but they're not ours defense, though.
yeah, and then their defense did get scored on by Detroit. Detroit scored a lot of
Of course,
points on them.
Hal calling right now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So yeah, we'll get to Philly. It's in like 3-4 weeks, but they're going to be tough. That's going to be a scary game. But all right, let's go to the predictions for this game Monday night. Sean, I'm gonna start with you. What's your prediction for this game?
I'll just let Joey for me.
Yeah, go ahead, Joey. We got 60 seconds. What do you got?
No, I'm just kidding. I got 13-24 Cowboys.
Oh,
I'm gonna score more than 13.
what do you got, Oy?
I got Cowboys 21 again, and the Giants 14.
Okay, I got 24 Cowboys and 17 the Giants. I think that's what it's going to be. The Cowboys are going to win, and then we're going to go to Washington, and we'll talk about that again. But we'll be in Vegas this weekend. We'll come back Monday for the game, so we'll get home in time to watch the game. But
Yeah.
Dallas Cowboys take Lucha Libre Oi, Sean, and we'll talk to you again next week after the Cowboys game. And
subscribe.
and subscribe and like and all that good stuff. And go boys.
Go boys.
Oh boy.
I've